Sharon Hanley from Hanley Consulting and Managing Director. We formed in 2009. We're currently based in Tring in Hertfordshire, and we've been working in primary care for the past 20 odd years.
My name is Gattlin. I'm Sharon's son. I joined the business in 2020. 3 months into the COVID pandemic, there was a rush to deploy digital booking platforms for people to get their vaccines, and I joined to help and support with the deployment of those technologies. And eventually we grew that, and those projects snowballed into supporting with cloud telephony, online consultation tools, and all kind of digital tools which are in primary care at the moment.
Hanley Consulting is very much involved in all levels of the spread across the NHS, looking at how we can help them use their tech to better manage and be more resourceful as well, and sort of saving time. We very much believe that the benefit to all of this tech is at scale. So when NHS England brought in primary care networks, the whole ethos around that is to work at scale, reduce cost, improve impact. And so we very much run along those lines.
I mean, our strapline is improving healthcare through technology. So the mission of the company is to enable these healthcare organisations to deliver better care through more efficient use of their tools. If we can leverage technology and free up their time, they can spend more time, delivering care direct to patients. So what was life like before Zoho? So I joined the company in 2020 and quickly realised that there was some inefficient and clunky use of technology. But in order for a small team to work effectively, we need integration across our apps to help us work in a better manner. We are a smaller team. There's 4 of us in the core team, and we don't want to be spending our days pulling data from different platforms over to different tools. So being a resource-stricken team, Zoho One's been absolutely perfect for us to increase efficiency for our team. Before we used Zoho One, we used a bunch of different technologies. So Hootsuite we used for our social media posting, Slack for our inter-channel messaging, SurveyMonkey for our surveys, Trello for our project management tool, and there are many others. And when you look at the pricing, so Hootsuite was about £600 a year, SurveyMonkey was over £1,100 a year. Slack and messaging platforms that we were paying for was coming up to around £80 to £100 a month that we were using for the number of users we had. And what we've been able to do now by consolidating all of that is actually operate more efficiently because all the apps are integrated, but also do it cheaper. We're actually working with a private healthcare client on a project, and they were using Zoho as a company. They were using it on a smaller scale, used for mailing their potential prospects, so more of the sales side of it. Did get my hands on it, I had a login and I looked at it, and I really liked how intuitive it was. And the UI of it was very usable. And I had a conversation with a salesperson from Zoho CRM. During that conversation, we discussed pricing, and then we discovered the Zoho One product. And in that conversation, I listed out certain things like we're currently using SurveyMonkey, and I was then told about Zoho Surveys that comes as part of Zoho One. I also mentioned how we're communicating via Slack, and he mentioned that there's a click messaging product within Zoho One system as well. And as the conversation went on, it became apparent that actually the Zoho One suite could actually cover all of the multiple tools that we were currently paying for every single month, all with the added benefit of the integration between the apps. So it was a no-brainer for us, really. My mum, Sharon, actually looked at Monday.com in terms of project management, and when we put the products side by side, it was apparent that Zoho outstripped in every way, not just on price, but also efficiency, integration levels with multiple apps. We just felt it was a much better fit for our business. So Zoho One is full of surprises. I mean, we knew that it came with a bunch of different apps, 30 of which we probably haven't even explored yet, but we will certainly be looking at those as we look at HR support and so on. I'm a web developer as well, so I've got my hand in certain kind of digital agencies, creative agencies, so I've been exploring other apps that I can embed on there, which would prevent me needing to go out and procure new systems or new softwares. And I know that Sharon, my mum, has looked into Zoho People, just to help us better manage the people as we grow as a business, and that'll support us and give us everything we need in terms of HR. I was a little bit hesitant as to, when we make this transition, how well are people going to pick it up and how well are they going to use it? And I've been pleasantly surprised with the ease, and all of the feedback's been great from the teams in terms of how easy it was to pick up as a tool.
When I first joined Hanley Consulting, we were using a lot of different products to do a lot of different things. It became quite clear that we were spending quite a lot of money on all these different products, and that we were also having to jump between all these different products, having to have 20 different tabs open. Whereas once we moved to Zoho, it was really good having everything just in one place. And it was really useful having them all integrating. Before, you couldn't pull data from one product to another product because they had no links, whereas now that they're all in one place and they're all in one company, it makes it easy to pull data, to build reports, and to get a clearer snapshot of the business as a whole. This has really made it a lot easier to do a complete client journey. We send out an onboarding form, which is linked through Zoho Forms into the CRM, and then tasks are created in Zoho projects. And that wouldn't have been something we'd be able to put together had we been using all these separate products.
I would absolutely recommend Zoho to any friends, colleagues, clients to certainly take a look at and use, because it's absolutely transformed our business. And I'm very vocal about that when anybody asks me. And I don't think we would be here with the 4 people that we have delivering the impact and change that we can for clients if we didn't have Zoho.